Hi students, good morning to all of you. And today let us discuss about that consumer behavior. From consumer behavior, the law of diminishing marginal utility, which is very important for Board of Intermediate. It may be CBSE, it may be IB, it may be any class. This law is very important. Everybody should study about this law. So let us discuss about in the consumer behavior, law of diminishing marginal utility. Law of diminishing marginal utility means a consumer, when he consumes a commodity continuously, whatever the changes of consumer behavior, we'll discuss about this law. In 1854, H. Gusson found, depends upon the consumer behavior, two laws, law of diminishing marginal utility and law of equal marginal utility. See, in 1854, H. Gusson found two laws, law of diminishing marginal utility and law of equal marginal utility. Two laws. Depends upon the consumer behavior. And 1871, W.S. Jevons gave the name law of diminishing marginal utility is the first law of Gusson's, and law of equal marginal utility is the second law of Gusson's. So in 1890, Alfred Marshall developed both the laws in his book Principles of Economics. Say, this can be considered as an introduction for your studies. I am telling you that law of diminishing marginal utility. In 1854, H. Gusson found two laws depends upon consumer behavior. That is law of diminishing marginal utility and law of equal marginal utility. In 1871, W.S. Jevons gave the names law of diminishing marginal utility is the first law of Gusson's and law of equal marginal utility is the second law of Gusson's. In 1890, Alfred Marshall developed both the laws in his book Principles of Economics. This you should understand as an introduction. It is very important to study. Now, let us discuss actually what is the meaning of this law. What is the meaning? What is the meaning of this law means if a consumer continuously consuming any commodity, if a consumer, maybe it is an apple, maybe any fruit, let us consider banana, santra, mango, or any fruit, if he continuously consuming any commodity, ultimately marginal utility diminishes. Means whenever he is consuming additional unit of commodity, extra unit of commodity, whatever the utility is deriving from the extra unit of commodity will be decreased, will be diminishes. This is the main secret of law. You may say that, sir, what is this word again? Utility. Utility means if a commodity is having a capacity to satisfy human wants, then it can be called as an utility. You should understand, it is very important. Utility, suppose a glass of water, I am so thirsty. A glass of water, if I drink, I will satisfy. Then a glass of water is having a utility. I am so hungry. Maybe food is there. The food is having utility. Means it will satisfy my want. So I extracted utility from the food. Then I got satisfaction. And maybe the thing is, if I see anything which I am very happy by looking at that, I am so pleasure. I got some utility. I got some satisfaction. So this can be called as utility. So this utility, when I am continuously consuming any commodity, then ultimately by consuming additional one after one, if I consuming any commodity, maybe apples I am continuously consuming, maybe bananas I am continuously consuming, any one commodity continuously if I am consuming, then I will say it is enough, I do not want, because my marginal utility is going to be zero. And above that also if I am consuming, it will come negative. So here the utility can be measured also. Utility. So this is that. There is a definition is also there. Here you should understand something. It is a definition is. See, this is the definition. The additional benefit which a person derives from a given increase of his stock of a thing diminishes with every increase in stock that he already has. If a person continues consuming any commodity, the additional benefit, one more commodity whenever he is consuming, which a person derives, means which a person by additional commodity when he is consuming, additional benefit whichever deriving, because already he is having a stock, that additional benefit with the additional commodity already it will be going to be diminishes. This definition was given by Alfred Marshall. This definition was given by Alfred Marshall to clarify to all the people. So we have we learned about the introduction and meaning and definition. Now let us study about the assumptions. What are the assumptions? Assumptions are there are 10 assumptions are there. You should understand about each and every assumption. The first and foremost assumption is that utility can be measured and compared and added. Utility can be measured and compared and added. Say the first one, utility can be measured and compared and added. Say, utility can be measured in a cardinal numbers. It can be added. Maybe first commodity when I consumed, I got maybe 40 units of satisfaction. Second commodity I got 30 units of satisfaction. Plus the third unit I may be 20. So when I am measuring that, when I am consuming a commodity, I assume it I may be getting 40, 30, 20 like that. So it will be added also. 40 plus 30, then 70. 70 plus 10, 90. 20, 90, 90 plus 10, 100. Like that, you can add the utility. And you can compare the first commodity you got that 40, the second commodity why 30 means it differs. That every commodity it is having its own utility. Utilities are independent. One commodity utility cannot be influenced another commodity utility. So here the utilities are by measured, compared and added. And the second one is there is no time gap. There is no time gap between one commodity consumption to another commodity consumption. See, here the utilities. One commodity I consume, immediately another commodity, immediately another. Then only this law can be applicable. So when the utility, if you are consuming any commodity, maybe apples, maybe banana, maybe mangoes, maybe sapota, maybe santra, whatever it is, continuously have to consume without giving any time gap. And another assumption is that one commodity utility cannot be influenced another commodity. Utilities are independent. Utilities are independent. It cannot be influenced another commodity. Means here you should understand that the third one is utilities are independent. Independent. One commodity utility cannot be influenced the another commodity utility. You never say that, okay, the first commodity utility I got 40, the second also the same 40, third also. No, it's not like that. One commodity you may got something, the second commodity will be different. And the fourth one is commodities should be homogeneous. Homogeneous in color, size and taste. See, the utilities, the color, size, taste should be homogeneous. It should not be that one time is maybe apple you are eating, the one time is a green apple, another time is a red apple, one time is the big size, another time is small size. It's not like that. If you are consuming apples, the size, color, taste should be same. And the next one is that fifth one is the consumer should be a rational man. Say, the consumer should be a rational. The consumer should have that where he will get a maximum satisfaction. He wants to get a maximum satisfaction. A consumer should get a maximum satisfaction with a minimum maybe paying. So a consumer always, if you go to a market, he will always see that he wants to get a maximum satisfaction by purchasing any commodity. He feels very happy by having that. And next one is that a commodity should consume in a small units. Commodity should consume in small units. See, whatever the commodity is consuming, it should be available to consume in a small. Apples he can consume, banana he can consume, mango he can consume. If you give a jackfruit, it is very difficult to consume. So whatever the consumer is taking the commodity, it should be easy to consume in a small units. That is the thing. So next one is that means in the small units in the sense it will be easily divisible, and that consumer taste and behavior should not be changed. Consumer taste and habits should not change. In the sense, here the consumer, whenever he is consuming the commodity, the consumer taste and habits should not be changed. Whatever the commodity he is consuming, he should consume only one commodity. He should not change. Once if he wants to take a sweet, another time he wants to take apple and banana, and not like that. He should not change anything. and the consumer should have a perfect knowledge. Consumer should have a perfect knowledge. Perfect knowledge. Perfect knowledge. My dear students, if you want to copy, just copy these things. I am giving you 2 minutes. Okay. Now, so here this law can be applicable only marginal utility of money is constant, and this law can be applicable only consumer goods like the fruits and all. This law cannot be applicable for durable goods and all. So these are the major assumptions. We discussed about the introduction, we discussed about the meaning, we discussed about the definition, and these are the assumptions. Now let us discuss about the total utility and marginal utility. Now let us discuss about the total utility and marginal utility. See, the total utility. Total utility formula TUN equal to F of QN. See, TUN equal to total utility of nth commodity. F equal to functional relationship. See, the Qn equal to quantity of n commodity. See, this is the total utility. Total utility is that whenever a consumer is consuming the total units of commodities, then it can be called as a total utility. So maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that, n number of commodities if he is consuming, whatever the total utility derived by the total consumer, then it can be called as a total utility. So here you should understand this, the total utility also can be measured in this manner. See, the total utility of n equal to marginal utility of 1 plus marginal utility of 2 plus marginal utility of 3 plus dash 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 plus marginal utility of n. Means the total utility of n equal to the marginal utility of first commodity, second commodity, third commodity plus last commodity. Whatever this total if you add, then it can be considered as a total utility. So this is the total utility. Total utility means when consumer consumes the total units of commodities, whatever the utility derived to a consumer, then it can be considered as a total utility. Now let us discuss about the marginal utility. Marginal utility of n equal to total utility of n minus total utility of n minus 1. Means the marginal utility of n equal to marginal utility of n commodity say total utility of n equal to total utility of n commodity. Total utility of n minus 1 equal to that total utility of previous to n commodity. At the same time, there is another formula is there, means delta total utility by delta Q equal to change in the total utility. Change in the total utility by change in the units of commodity. Change in the units of commodity. So this is that marginal utility formula. Marginal utility means whenever a consumer is consuming additional unit of commodity, whatever the additional utility derived, it is called marginal utility. The marginal utility ultimately diminishes. This is the formula for the two formulas. This is marginal utility of n equal to total utility of n minus total utility of n minus 1. Another one is change in the total utility by change in the units of commodities. So this is the marginal utility formula. In the verbally, if you want to say that whenever a consumer consuming additional unit of commodity, whatever the additional utility derived ultimately diminishes. That is called marginal utility. Now let us discuss the table. Now let us discuss the table and graph and explanation of table and explanation of graph of this law. It is a very important point we have come. It is very important concept. Say now the table is, here is units of commodity, this is total utility, this is marginal utility. It is number of units. Here utils, you can say that it is utils because utility can be measured by using the word utils. See, if you want to measure the distance, kilometers or meters, if you want to weights of liquids, liters and all, and if you want to measure that weights of solids, kgs, like that, everything there is a name. Like that, here that utility will be measured by using the word utils. Now that utility, see, this is units of commodity, maybe 0, all are 0. The first unit of commodity when consumer consumes, the total utility is 40, marginal utility is also same as 40. The second unit when he consumes, the total utility is that 70, marginal utility is 30. When the third unit of commodity when he consumes, it is 90, it is that 20. And the fourth, it is 100, it is 10. When the fifth, and it will be a 0. The sixth unit is, maybe it is a 90, it is a minus 10. The seventh unit is, it is 70, it is minus 20. You can see that. These are assumed. Say, marginal utility is the differences of total utility, TUN minus TUN minus 1. Here say, the adding up, I said that, 40 plus 30, 70, 70 plus 20, 90, 90 plus 10, 100, 100 plus 0, 100, 100 minus 10, 70. Like that, we are getting all the things. So here, what you are supposed to understand is how we are going to derive the marginal utility and total utility like this. Here another thing is, there are three important things are there. There are three stages are there. from here to here, this is the first stage, and this is the second stage, this is the third stage. When the total utility increasing in a decreasing manner, you should understand here. When the total utility is increasing in a decreasing manner, the marginal utility is diminishing constantly. That is the first stage. When the total utility is increasing in a decreasing manner, marginal utility is diminishing constantly. When the total utility is maximum, marginal utility becomes zero. When the total utility started diminishing, marginal utility is negative. These are the 3 points which you are supposed to be remember like anything. When the total utility is increasing in a decreasing manner, the marginal utility diminishing constantly. When the total utility reached maximum, the marginal utility becomes zero. When the total utility started diminishing, marginal utility becomes negative. Depends upon that. The graph also we can draw like this. This is I have taken this is x-axis and y-axis. On x-axis I have taken units of commodities. Here I have taken utility. Say the same scale I should take. I should not take a different. One is big, next is small, not like that. The same scale. Say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here I have taken the 20 is the scale utility. Here 20, 40, 60, 80 and 100. So depends upon this minus 20 because minus value is also there here. So when I have taken this, I can take, you can understand this. Units of commodities on x-axis and y-axis, the utility is there. So the first commodity, how much is there? The total utility is 40 first. So I have taken from here to here 40. Second is 70. Second, 70 is somewhere here. So 70. The third is 90. Third I have taken here. It is a 90. And fourth I have taken 100. Fourth it is 100. Fifth also 100. And sixth is again 90. And seventh is again 70. So I have taken like this and added this like this. This is total utility. The marginal utility, first is the 40, second is 30, third is 20, fourth is 10, fifth is 5, fifth is 10, 0. This is minus 10, minus 20. So if you are adding like this, you are getting, this is a marginal utility. This is a marginal utility. So here, this is a maximum. You should understand. This is a maximum. This is law of diminishing marginal utility. Will help you like anything. It is very important. You are supposed to learn like anything. Thank you, my dear students. If you like my lecture, please subscribe it and share it. And I hope you understand this. And if you have any doubts, if you want any kind of help, I am ready to do help. My number will be given in that. That is, my number is 9949019436. My name is Bharat Kumar. I am taking economics classes of everything. Please subscribe it. Thank you one and all.